Did you see Wemby after the Christmas Day game actually acknowledge like how the Spurs are not quite have the good pieces around him yet to actually close out some of these games?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wemby. I'm telling you, man, Wemby's slowly putting pressure on the Spurs to act now. He's slowly
Yeah, but
putting
I
pressure
don't
on
know.
them.
Wemby should look around the league, right, and kind of see like long term rebuilds more ideal as compared to like short term rebuilds. If I'm gonna be honest, like
Yeah, but he's not really looking for a short-term rebuild. They could keep the guys that they have now, but they have more than enough assets to at least get one polished player. They got
yeah,
four.
oh,
They
I
got
agree
four
with that.
first-round picks in this year's draft potential. So it's like,
Hmm
what are they really waiting on?
Oh, who would be ideal in your heart?
I don't know
Eh,
yet, but before we get to that, I'm gonna figure it out. But before we get to that, let's hear what Wemby had to say on
All right.
after his Christmas Day matchup. Because I'm telling you, he's speaking to the Spurs front office. He's letting them know he's ready for at least one little splash. It ain't got to be nothing
Yeah.
crazy. You don't have to trade the whole house, but one little splash.
I'm thinking about the game right now and just thinking we're close, but we lack some attributes at times, and but we were right there. It was a really disputed game. I don't think it was a game about momentum. I think it was a game about being dogs uh, when the clock starts going down. Under 5 minutes, under 3 minutes. We left them. We let them get some rebounds on us. We let them move us a little too much. So this is more what it was about. They didn't win against us because they played better basketball. Not at all.
That motherfucker confident as hell, man. Oh man, they don't really have the personnel to close out games, and he questioned their heart, man. Wemby, man, something else, bro. He's
He
really
questioned
gonna.
out his teammates' heart.
Yeah, no, he questioned out if they're dogs, man. He's like, we really don't have the dog in us to close out these games.
Yeah, I agree. They don't have the talent to close out games. Is that they lost
No,
to
not
the
even
Knicks?
that.
If I'm not
He questioned the talent and the dog in them to
Mm,
actually mentally. I don't know. Who knows what he's talking about? If he's talking about mentally or just like physically to close out the game, because the matchup, the Christmas Day matchup against the Knicks, they controlled the whole game until the very end. It's like they
yeah,
completely unfolded. But Wemby killed, man. Wemby had 40 points, 20 rebounds, shot 59% from the field, 7 assists.
yeah.
He did everything. But again, is he applying pressure, man? Because now Pop, I don't know if Pop is gonna come back, but do you think he's
I
slowly
think
applying pressure?
I think this new. I think the Spurs are kind of headed towards a new coaching, like new culture of a new head coach now with this guy. I don't know his name exactly, but he's an extremely young guy. So let's see what goes on from that. Obviously, new front office. RC. I think Buford has been gone for a while. So it's a new guy, and the Spurs, they've been a competent franchise since forever. Oh, I do wonder how soon they'll build a competent team around Victor Wembanyama. Obviously with De'Aaron Fox being in like question to become like a key free agency, right? I could see the Spurs making a bid for him. Is all I can say.
Now,
It is plausible.
the only
Yeah.
thing I would say is that have we ever seen the Spurs adapt to this new landscape? They never had the pressure of like, okay, let's just at least go
No, they
out and
did.
get
They had
one
the pressure.
piece.
They failed.
Yeah, we've never really seen them like go out there and like, okay, we got to spend the bag on this person, on this one person to put around Wemby to take us up to the next level. Because at least like going into this offseason with them potentially having 4 first-round picks, we at least need to see them take a step up, like
Yeah.
hop into the next tier of that Western Conference, which is going to be a hell of a tier in itself because it might be the Lakers swimming in that pool with the Lakers, the Sacramento Kings, and also what team is that? The Lakers, Sacramento Kings, and also there's another team swimming in that pool, the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State
Yeah.
Warriors are going to be swimming in that pool. So, are they going to make the necessary moves to make sure that they're in that fringe 6 seed all the way up until 8 seed.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to say, man.
Yeah, because it looks like the moves they're making, if they're gonna keep those those first round picks going into next summer, they're gonna be swimming in the same pool again of just like,
Yeah, no,
uh,
they can't. They
they're
can't
winning
come
some
into the
games,
third.
but they're like a 10th seed.
Yeah, they can't come into the third season of Victor Wembanyama as that kind of mindset. Because I'm gonna be honest, I think like Harrison Barnes and Chris Paul, they're good additions, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's be like, I can count in my fingers how long they have in the NBA.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Like, I seen this past offseason moves by the San Antonio Spurs, and I'm just like, that's very, it's good. It's an
too
upgrade,
conservative.
but it's like it's not really. It's like, man, I got Wemby, man. I could make a little more noise than that. You guys
Yeah,
have a lot of cap space. You can make a little more noise than that.
like let's be honest, like Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, they're trying to see if they could actually they're trying to see if they could actually coach a team. Let's keep it real.
That's what it looks like. But the
Yeah,
Spurs, to me, they just have so much cap space, so much flexibility. You have those future first round picks. You don't want to start taking, you don't have to cash in all four of them. My question is, are they going to be willing to, deal some of those? You got Vessel on the team. You got other assets on the team. You got
yeah, they
Johnson
paid
coming off the
Bethel.
bench. Are you going to,
Oh, Calvin's a disappointment. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
so if he is, are they going to maybe, even if they have to attach a first round pick and get rid of him and get another piece that's sort of
Yeah.
like in the middle, like probably age 26, that can help you?
Yeah, they should. And like Zach Collins been a disappointment too when they got him young. Like got him what 24, he's 27, he's not in the rotation anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So they do have a lot of answers, a lot of holes to like fill in. And I think the Spurs kind of like I think Harrison Barnes and Chris Paul do a good job in making them a lot more competitive. But when you look at the younger the whole young team and the whole young product is not that hot if we're being frank.
Yeah,
But let me, yeah.
it's not all that, and also again, they have a lot of guys under like rookie scale contracts. You have Castle, he's gonna be on a good deal for 3 more years. You got
Yeah.
Wemby still on a good deal, so it's like if you could get a star and give him money for 2 seasons
Yeah,
before
you
these
can.
guys' new deals kick in.
And you're kind of banking on Vassell got paid big, so the whole thing with Vassell is a paid of potential. So you're kind of banking on him to really pay off.
But the Vassell money, it wasn't really crazy compared
No,
to.
it isn't crazy, but you look at his production to him, like, is a gamble. Because 160 million, that's someone you're like. How much did Green get paid on the Rockets?
Yeah, but Green got paid that same money for 2 years.
Yeah,
But Vessel got that money in a 5 year span. He's under a good
no,
deal.
'cause
Like
that affords him flexibility.
yeah, it's gonna be. I'll tell you the numbers right now. It's gonna be 29 this season, then 27, 27, 24, and 27. Which is, remember, the cap is gonna keep going up. So he's under a
Yeah,
good deal. He's under a good deal, especially going into by the time it's 2026, his 27 mil is nothing. Because again, remember, guys like Emmanuel Quickly, they get paid
yeah,
$35 million. So you got a guy
yeah.
like Vessel, if you look at, his skill set, his size, the potential, that's not a bad number.
So outside of Fox, who do you see like a perfect player for this team?
For the
For this
San,
team,
for the San Antonio Spurs,
yes.
a guy, a small forward that's a shooter.
Small forward, that's a shooter.
A small forward that's a shooter. And if I'm
Well,
not, wait, hold on.
Cam Johnson.
Also, wait, hold on. Also, I'm not sure what's their plans with Castle. If they're gonna make him a full-time point guard, if they're gonna make him the shooting guard, then they need to get a ball handler who could pass,
Yeah.
who can get Wemby the ball in the post or in his spots. Wemby doesn't have to be making these crazy passes and kind of sometimes having these careless turnovers.
So who are we talking? Like Cam Johnson?
Ooh, Cam Johnson. If Cam Johnson could shoot, a Cam Johnson would be perfect for the
Okay, Cam
Spurs.
Johnson. What other wing do we have? Dorian Finney-Smith's obviously off the books.
It would have to be like again, I don't know what's their plans if Steven Castle is going to be their shooting guard. If they want to put him at the 2, he's 6'6". They could possibly put him at the 2.
Yeah.
He's 6'6" and can handle the rock. So if they want to get like another more polished point guard to kind of wheel him in, to get Wemby the ball in his spots, everyone the ball, because the Spurs, they kind of suck at passing.
And what about Zach LaVine?
Zach LaVine wouldn't work. He wouldn't work. He's sort of like a combo guard.
Because there's not many fours I can really think of, man, besides like Cam Johnson.
There's really not. Yo, to be honest with you, imagine if Spencer Dinwiddie could pass, he would be someone that they would need. Like, but he can't do that. Oh, you know what? A guy like a guy like Fred VanVleet for 2 seasons would be ideal.
Yeah, that would be ideal because he sets up your plays.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Rockets would probably look to move him eventually, though, and that's a positive for the Spurs.
Even a guy like James Harden, if they want to borrow him for 2 seasons.
Yeah, that seems unlikely now.
Yeah, it seems unlikely now, but yeah, him, if they can get like the passing James Harden, he could still pass anyway. Because look what he's doing with Zubac. So
James Harden would love a player like Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, he would actually be a good fit.
What about Book if he's an option?
Nah, Book. You know, matter of fact, Book.
Because the Spurs will be like looking at Booker.
Yeah, Booker would be a good option for a shooting guard. Then they would have to get what's his name, Steven Castle up to speed.
Yeah,
with the passing, they would have to get him up to speed. Maybe Booker might be a good option in 2027.
Yeah, because he's going to be available a lot sooner than we expect.
Yeah, I don't know if Malcolm Brogdon, I don't know what's his situation.
Bro, Brogdon would be a good one, but he's never healthy.
Yeah, he's never healthy.
And same with Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown's never healthy anymore.
Yeah, there's not too many guys, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Because I was thinking about him, like, yo, Bruce Brown, like, that's a player that, like, a team would like to have, but he's never available, so, like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's really Fred VanVleet, to be honest with you. I'm looking at the free agent list right now. Unless somehow they can get Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, that's unlikely.
Yeah, that's unlikely. That's not a San Antonio thing to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, not only that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see him like being available.
I see them getting. I see them possibly getting Fred. If Fred comes in a good deal, 2 years.
No, Fred's not Fred. Fred got his expensive deal from Houston. He's not getting a second expensive contract.
Yeah, but he's gonna be 31 this offseason. So
what about my boy?
He's still in his prime.
What about Washington Wizards Jordan Poole?
Nah, he doesn't fit. He doesn't fit at all, man. To be honest with you, he just don't fit. His play style just don't fit. It's too jokey, man. It's not a serious.
I mean, let's say he trains. Let's say he goes back to Warriors, like Jordan Poole. He's on a competitive team, much more motivated.
Put it like this. Put it like this. Quentin Grimes fits better.
Quentin Grimes. Oh, okay, but he's probably not going to be available.
Quentin Grimes, Cam Thomas, Chris Middleton, Dorian Finney-Smith. Yeah, these guys are available. Josh Giddey. Well, no. Yeah, Josh Giddey is he wouldn't fit.
Josh Giddey's gonna get an extension.
But but he doesn't fit with the Spurs.
No. And Chicago's gonna give him an extension. That's why they brought him here to begin with.
Yeah, it's slim pickings, man, this offseason. I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm looking at this sheet right now, and it's not too many starters and even stars available. The only superstar, quote unquote, that's available is Kyrie and LeBron. They can opt out, but that's rare that they'll move. And
yeah, I don't see Kyrie leaving Dallas.
Yeah, if you look at the rest of this shit, yeah, it's man. This I'm not gonna lie. This offseason is gonna be bleak.
Yeah, unless we get like Kevin Durant wanting out.
Yeah. But yeah, San Antonio, I don't know if it's a San Antonio way for them to sort of take their time with this and say, hey, let's just take 1 or 2 out of these 4 first-round picks and move him and
Yeah.
get something more polished. That's all they got to do. But Wemby low key slowly applying the pressure.
Yeah, it's good for him, man. I mean, dude, it's his future. He's young. And let's be, he's developed a lot quicker. I think that's what I was telling you, man. I feel like younger players develop a lot more quicker. Like I see Ben Caro, I see Victor Wembanyama. I just see like quicker developed players.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really see that in like the 2010s. Like, look how long it took Carl Anthony Towns, for example, to develop into a winning player. Devin Booker, it took him a while.
Yeah, the only thing that they're missing is experience.
Yeah, but those guys they're playing on like those guys are playing against elite teams. Like Paulo took them to 7 games, and took Cleveland to 7 games. And you look at the Christmas game, like Victor Wembanyama tore up in the Madison Square Garden.
Man, this is these are interesting times.